s02
Media strikes
back
on tonight's
show.
We have Madness Method, Serenity, Vox Pops, and we also have Lounge Theatre.
So,
What? Let's have
a party?
Yay!
I think we're supposed to be let's get started, but hey.
Let's get started. We almost got there.
Yeah.
Well, that was fun. All right, well, let's have a look at Madness Method.
With Mandy Meadows, and of course we have John as well, and they're here from the band The Madness Method.
Hello.
How are we, guys?
Good, great.
Now,
It's bloody freezing out there. But
it is.
apart from that, we're
Typical Melbourne weather. It's nice and warm in here,
yes,
which is good.
very snuggly.
Now, tell us about your band. The reason I ask is because you have your own kind of genre, is that correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Yep, and it's called Spock.
Spock.
So it's not the
Very
guy from
interesting.
Star Trek, is it?
No.
No.
Not that
Only
guy.
for me, they wouldn't remember.
No. What's that little splotch of wet stuff you got
That's
on the forehead? He's got Spock on
That's
his
something
forehead.
I prepared earlier.
Right, excellent.
So is this style like evolved from other genres, or it's a genre of its own? And
It's a mathematical formula
Okay.
developed over years.
yeah,
It's ska plus pop plus rock, extremely clever. Can only come from one place.
And if you haven't heard of it, where have you been living under a rock?
We made it up just so that we could say we were the highest selling Spock artists of all time.
I like
And we
it.
are.
So
Yeah.
tell us about how long you guys have been together as a band.
Yep. Yeah, we've been together for
Too
probably, too long. Probably about 2.5 years now,
Yep.
and in various shapes and forms. And we've pumped out an EP to begin with, and then an
Okay.
album.
Yep.
Which we toured around Victoria and interstate as well, and
Yep.
we've just had a blast. It's just been a really, really great time.
So what's this album about?
This album is about, well, it's a varying mix of themes. It's about, independence. It's about sort of what people value in their lives as opposed to money and material things. And our signature song really is, our single is Dirty Money, which is all about, greed and how you can, how that can destroy families and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. So there's quite a deep meaning in some of the songs, but actually quite
I didn't
light,
actually know that.
a light,
That's very educational, yeah.
You're
Very
just
good.
up there,
Thanks,
you're just playing the
We should
tunes.
do more of these interviews, then I
Yeah,
can work
but
out what the songs are about.
it's
Yeah.
kind of, we sort of do like light-hearted takes on quite deep and meaningful things. So
Right.
that's kind of our
Little
thing.
thing.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Good. And what's the plan next for you? So you say the next steps ahead. Do you have them planned out, or do you just take it as it comes?
Well, we've worked quite a lot of new material into the set now, so I would be looking forward to recording some new stuff. But we have got
Okay.
one more video possibly with our current album,
Yep.
and then I guess we move forward. Hope we move forward with some new material, which is evolving. It'll be slightly different to what we did before.
Absolutely.
We'll have to come up with a new mathematical formula to describe that.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
yes,
Just maybe throw something else in.
Yeah.
Splodge.
Oh, there you go.
I'll have to work on it.
Splodge?
Just off the top of my head.
No
Well, we
worries.
definitely look forward to that.
Well, it looks like you guys had some fun.
It's pretty mad, wasn't it?
Madness Method.
It was madness.
Yeah, we had a bit of a dance, bit of a
Dance?
group,
Yeah,
yeah.
we did have a bit of a group. So there's a method to our madness.
Really?
Yeah, look at that. Just
Is
throwing
there
it all
ever
out
a
there.
method to your madness?
There's always a method to my madness.
Can I just say before we jump to a break, I'm really quite excited
Why?
because I have sparkly rich.
Oh, you do? I was actually going to say.
Can you get up and
I'll show
put them
you.
together?
No, because then the show's over. Do it at the end of
Oh,
the
yeah, okay, yeah.
Not that I'm a little bit excited about them, I just wear them everywhere now because I'm very excited.
Can you do that at the end of tonight's show?
I want to go home.
There's no place like home?
There's no place like home.
Yeah, and that's the end.
We can try, that could be the end.
Done.
Yeah. All right, we're going to jump to a break and we'll see you shortly. Welcome back to the show. So for those of you who are just joining us, Tom is lounging around literally.
I just got on here like this, and Tristan goes, "We can talk about the lounge theatre now." So I'm like, "Oh, sweet. I'll get ready."
Appropriate that you're on a lounge theatre.
See, get
Right.
it? How's it going?
Good. Tell me.
Yeah, well, you know how we obviously like to support independent
Yes.
burlesque theatre, all these kinds of things. Well, the Butterfly Club is one of those clubs that does a lot of that kind of stuff, yeah. And we went and saw the director and two of the actors in a show coming up in the Fringe Festival.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah, we had a chat. Marco, who's been on our show before,
Yep.
for the French Film Festival.
Yeah.
So we chatted to him again, so he's becoming
Fabulous.
our little regular. And the girls, so there's two girls, but between the three actresses in the play, they play two characters.
Oh, wow.
So it's a bit of a mix-up, and they've done it before at the Butterfly Club, and it's
Yep.
upstairs in this sort of intimate lounge kind of setup.
Fantastic.
So yeah, we got like a bit of their rehearsal time,
Oh,
and just
cool.
had a chat to them. So yeah,
I love the Fringe Festival.
yeah, there's so many weird, random things going on,
Weird, different, diverse, you name
Yeah.
it, it's at the Fringe Festival.
and it's good for launching new theatre.
Exactly. Well, before we talk no more, let's have a look.
Hello, we're here with Carly and Sarah, who are characters in a lounge theatre play at the Fringe Festival called Renee Laura. How we going, guys?
Great.
Good.
Very good. How are you?
Good.
Thank
There's a
you.
lot of names and things going on there, but
Yes.
we've got it out.
Like, I've got stuff to do. Yeah, well, no, you listen to me. Hang on, what don't you... You're still here.
Where did everyone go?
What are you doing? I thought you left with Claire, Laura.
No, I was just what was I doing? I was using the bathroom upstairs, and I wasn't feeling very well.
Now, the girls tell me that they're in a play and they play the same character. So you guys, Renee or Laura?
We are both currently playing the character Renee. The other character is Laura, who the talented actress Yana Wilkes plays, but which I can play as well in the future. So you have half the team here.
So for this run, you're both playing as
We're both
Renee.
playing Renee, yes.
And how does that work, playing the same character at different times in the same play? How does that go for you guys?
Well, look, it is a completely different approach. Like, I think both Sarah and I bring something different to the character of Renee, even though, for all intents and purposes, she's meant to be the same person, she says the same stuff. So it's actually, we rehearsed together for 2 months before this play, so it's really been interesting to watch how each other brings something a little bit different to the character of Renee.
Well, we've chatted to the girls, but we did not mention who the director was. We've got Marco with us. And you might remember Marco from the Melbourne French Theatre.
That's right, yep.
Yeah, yep. So you're getting quite well known on this show. We should get a Marco segment. How's it going with the girls?
Oh, it's been going great.
Yeah.
So now we're back with the lounge theatre at the Butterfly Club. Well, you've heard the girls talk a little bit about the play. It's a very intimate play with two characters. The audience, it's very close to the action, and well, it's an idea that was originated in Spain. I remember one time shooting a film, and one of the actors after the shoot said, "Oh, you know what? I'm doing theatre at people's houses, at people's lounge rooms."
Oh, right.
So I don't know. I just stayed with that idea of the intimacy of the play, and very relatable characters,
and they're there as you walk out. They're waiting for you. There's no curtain. There's no.
Yeah, I did opening night of the Butterfly Run, and I walked the first part. I don't really want to spoil it, but you walk on by yourself, and when I saw the audience there, for a moment I just had that actors thing where, oh my god, the audience is right there, and I can't see anything. Like, every eye line that I had previously planned was gone because there were faces. And so there was this brief few minutes of freaking out because you knew you had nowhere to go and you just had to keep going.
Just keep going, keep doing it, and try and forget that everyone's right there.
That's exactly right, but I think that's half the excitement
of course, it is,
doing theatre in such a small space.
With the girls, we've got a bit of a rotation going on where they play as different.
Yes,
they play two different actors play the same character.
Yeah.
How's that to direct?
Well, it's challenging. I mean, you can't expect the actors to do exactly the same thing, so they just have to bring the spirit out of the character. But it's interesting. I think it's more of a challenge for the actors, because you're always comparing yourself with the others.
David has a lot of dinner parties, He invites people over, colleagues.
Yeah.
They usually bring their wives, but really it's just an excuse for them to talk about the latest advances in ventricle capacity measurement.
Oh, I know what you mean, because like Phil and his mates, they're always going on about, how the size of their dicks and stuff like that, and sex and everything.
No, it's ventricle, Laura.
What?
It's the chamber in your heart.
That looks amazing.
Yeah, see, so it's like you're in a lounge room. That's how they do it.
Cool. Kind of appropriate. We're sitting in a bit of a lounge room.
Yeah. See, we should do lounge room theatre as well.
We
It's
could.
one of our shows just gone wrong or gone right.
Go on to lounge room theatre.
Or imagine we had an audience and we just, all right, you're up
Give
next.
us a
What
line
are
or
we
two,
talking
Tom.
about next? No,
Okay, action.
no, it's not like a musical theatre. You know what I'm saying?
Can you sing?
No, I can't
He
sing.
can act. He's a good actor.
I can act the fool.
No, he's a good actor, everyone.
I'm a good actor.
There you go.
Wow.
Yeah.
Actually, me and Kimmy have made out in a short film. Yeah, that was.
We didn't.
We did.
Well, we kind of did, but kind of didn't.
We.
That's so silly.
Oh, it was for the film, but yeah.
It was for the film.
It was anyway.
You'll have to watch your film. So, Steph, being the musician that you are, you got to meet another musician.
Yeah, I got to chat to Serenity. She is really, really young urban hip hop artist. She writes, and we got to go to her film clip for her debut single. She's getting into a lot more dance, but she brings that urban flavour into it, and yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, so
I like that urban flavour.
Yeah, definitely. And for somebody so young, it's good. She started.
How old is she?
She's 16.
16.
Yeah, really young.
Wow.
But she's got a lot of charisma about her.
Is she going to do that YouTube thing, like the YouTube sensation?
I'm not quite sure, but I mean, I know that she's, she did her film clip with her dancers and stuff. I'm assuming it will be on YouTube.
Yeah.
But for release, it will be. So yeah,
good on her for being 16 and giving it a good shot. I love that. All right, well, let's have a look at Serenity.
Hi, so I'm here at Federation Square here with lovely singer over here, newcomer, Serenity. So Serenity, tell us a little bit about what we're doing here today.
Well, I'm just at Federation Square filming my new music video for VIP.
And what's the song about?
It's basically just about, being a VIP and just like everyday life, walking through life as a very important person, so,
Perfect. And we're shooting, what are you guys shooting here today? Are you guys shooting different backgrounds?
The concept actually is a bit different.
Yep.
We're gonna shoot like normally, and then we're gonna reverse the whole video at the end. So it's gonna be in rewind. So it's just gonna be this really trippy concept. I'm gonna be walking backwards. Everything's gonna be happening backwards. So it'll look really cool once it's done.
When did you start singing?
I started singing and rapping when I was like 11.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And you didn't always start doing, so this song over here is a little bit more house, you're saying?
Yeah, this is more house, more commercial, more fun.
Yeah, and I hear you didn't sort of always start that way.
I was really influenced by the jerking movement.
Yeah.
And my main influence is Bow Wow and stuff like that. So I started more hip hoppy, more just jerking, kind of just rapping, and then I just have been experimenting recently, and I've gone for something different. I'm trying something new and seeing how it goes.
So do you collaborate with different kinds of people for your music?
Yeah, I'm collaborating with this track, VIP, with a friend of mine, Gino, who is the Ascended Brothers, and so I collaborate with different people. I like to experiment and stuff. My favourite collaboration was with the Rangers, so Julian from the Rangers, and that was really cool because I really liked their music at the time and was really into it. So just getting the chance to meet him and meet them and collaborate with them was really fantastic. So yeah.
That's awesome. How did you come up with the concept of this song, VIP?
I've always wanted to do something like VIP. It just came to me, and I was just VIP, and I'm like, oh, I love that. So I just write everything down. I have oh my gosh, don't even get me started.
Yeah.
So I just I heard this instrument, this song, and I was like, wow, that would just sound perfect with this concept.
Yeah.
So basically, it just went from there.
So how has Melbourne culture influenced you and your music?
Well, I was born and raised a Melburnian.
Yeah.
So, I was influenced by lots of different things, whether it be different countries, and I think that being an Australian, I've kind of got my own twist onto what what's out there at the moment, because there aren't many Australian really really big rappers and stuff.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
So I kind of feel like I've taken my influences from America and mixed it with how I am Australian.
Yep.
And just kind of gone with what feels natural, really. So.
And does your music sort of reflect you as a a young teenage girl, sort of a 16-year-old girl, and what you go through as a 16-year-old, or?
Somewhat.
Yep.
I like to more so talk about and speak about what everyone can relate to, not just 16-year-old girls. So I kind of go with something that's more general.
Yep.
So everyone can kind of relate to it.
Yep.
Rather than just telling everyone what's about me, because people don't really care that much.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. No, definitely. Just to generalise so people can relate to what
exactly.
what you're
you
writing
want to
about.
listen to something that you can relate to, whether you're 75 years old or 8 years old. You want to.
Now, Steph, I have to say, when I first saw that you went out and chatted to Serenity, I actually thought that you were eating an ice cream and that it just got knocked off, and I was like, that's so awful.
No, it was part of the film clip.
Yeah, well, I realised that. I was just I can't believe she did that to Steph.
But I was really hungry at that stage, so the ice cream was kind of all I had. So I was really, really enjoying
They
it.
didn't feed you?
No, definitely not. They took it and threw it on the ground, and I had to
How dare they?
be upset. I had to pretend to be upset, but I was
Not only did they not feed you, they didn't just not feed you, but what you did have, they threw out your hand as well.
Yeah, take this back.
what am I laughing? That was really mean.
Well, it looks like she is going to really get out there and have a good career ahead of her.
Absolutely.
And no more ice creams for Steph.
No more ice creams to me, no. And if she ever has an ice cream or any of them, I will knock them out of their hand.
All right, we're going to jump to a break. We'll be back shortly. Welcome back. So joining me on the couch, I have the lovely Lee and Yana. I don't know why I'm missing your name. Yana. Oh,
Well,
dear.
it's a confusing name. People miss here and they're like Alana, Lana, Jana. There's a million combinations of names that end in A and A. So you got to put a high note on it.
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that.
At least you got the name right.
Kim will
That's
take it
what's
away.
important.
Yes, I am going to take it away because a popular topic on this show has been, obviously short films and filming and people getting out there creating their own projects. So we thought we'd go out there and have a chat to you guys to see what you thought about short films. But tell me, you're a bit of an actor as well.
Do you know
Short
what?
films?
My favourite short films, and I love them and I watch them every time they come out, are the little ones that are done by Disney Pixar.
Oh, those
So the
ones,
lamp,
yeah.
the chess, all
They're
those different
amazing.
ones. The
They're
old man
so
playing the chess
cool.
game. Yeah. There's another one that I saw recently was the guy, he was cleaning the moon, the stars off the moon.
I saw that
They're
one.
really cool.
Yeah,
They're really
I love
clever.
animations.
Yeah.
They're so fascinating.
Yeah.
I actually love a bit of International Film Festival when that's on.
Mm-hmm.
And just get right in there because I find that, overseas the way that they shoot films is so different.
Yeah.
And it just really kind of grips me. I can't get enough of it. From, the other week I went to see something in the Spanish Film Festival at the Como in Turak.
Yep.
Which was brilliant, and But mind you, when you're seeing a film, like you have to obviously concentrate on everything going on. But you know, especially when it's in another language, you got subtitles. It's like
a lot more going on.
exhausting for your brain.
But we do have a lot happening here in Melbourne. We have, obviously Trop Fest, 48-hour Film Fest, and as JD was talking about, I mean, he watched the New Zealand short film competition, and he said they were all just amazing. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, at the wonderful Astor Theatre in St Kilda, and I have both Dan and Carol with me tonight. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Now, tell us and tell the audience at home, what are we here for tonight?
Look, tonight's very special. It's our 5th year of running the New Zealand Short Film Festival.
Okay.
So this event's held around Australia, and we actually hold it in Brisbane, Sydney, and here in Melbourne.
Okay, so a few places in and around about Australia. Tell us, I'll ask Dan. So Dan, you're New Zealand Consulate General. Right. So tell us, in the 5 years that this has been running, what have been your experiences?
I guess New Zealand produces a lot of creativity, and this is a fantastic way to showcase some of that creativity. It's also a fabulous opportunity to get the New Zealand community together, 50,000 strong in Victoria, so there's a lot of us around, and Kia does a wonderful job at pulling those passionate Kiwis together for a night of Kiwiana.
Well, what did you think?
Loved it.
Loved it?
It's great. It's our 3rd year coming and it gets better every year.
I'll be along next year too.
I thought it was fabulous. I thought it captured the Kiwi sense of humour.
The Kiwis always put up a good show.
They certainly do.
Yeah.
Now, we should probably say to the camera that, you are in a relationship here, and we've got the Aussie boyfriend along to show him a little bit of the culture.
Yeah, we need to show him what New Zealand's all about. So, when he goes there, he knows what to expect. Yep.
A lot of witty humour by the sounds of what we just saw in there tonight.
I thought it was excellent. It's actually really good to see homegrown Kiwi talent on the big screen, even if it is short films.
Even if it is short films, fantastic. So now you were saying that there's a good portion of Kiwis here in Melbourne, so over 50,000, which is great to see. And as we all know here in Australia, you guys are our neighbours and our brothers, and we like to sort of compete with each other and have a bit of fun and check up on everything that's happening between the two. So what can we expect to see tonight with the showcase that we have on?
Well, we've got 7 or 8 short films, all very, very different, and we're going through from comedy through to a bit of drama.
Okay.
Maybe a bit of tension there on the side, and we'll finish off with a little bit more comedy. But I think the opportunity to showcase fantastic short films that have been produced, as Dan said, we've got very creative people, and there's actually quite a few short film festivals now held in New Zealand.
Oh, fantastic.
So we'd love to showcase what they do best.
What was your favourite film tonight?
Have to be the little boy with the nail gun, I think.
Yeah, that was a bit torturous to watch, wasn't it?
Yeah, especially since we're both parents, so it's a bit hard to watch.
Yeah. For me it was Day Trip. I'd heard about it, so I was looking forward to seeing it.
So you're looking forward to that?
Yeah.
Excellent.
I quite like the one about the love story that wasn't.
The love story
that
wasn't?
Yeah, that was really sweet. That made me laugh and cry all within 10 minutes.
I liked the one about the rabbit. I thought that was really cool. I've got a soft spot for animals, but I thought it was really funny and a really good way to end
It
the
was
show.
a great way to end tonight.
Yeah.
What about yourself?
I think the golf one was pretty good.
The golf?
Nighttime golf. Tee off or tea party.
That's the one? Tea party.
Yeah.
It's quite good.
I did like the one about the rabbit. I
Yeah,
thought that was
a
very
good
clever.
ending, wasn't it? A good way to finish the night.
I thought they were very, very clever.
They were very witty.
It would have to be, I think the last one was a good one.
The last one, it's been one of the favourites that we've heard, so that was the rabbit.
The rabbit one?
Yeah, it certainly was. Well, I'll let you go because I know that you need to head on in there and do some speeches before we start the showcase. Best of luck tonight. We're looking forward to seeing what's available and the talent that New Zealand can bring to the table.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you here, and thank you very much for your support.
Love it. All right, well, we're going to wind up, but make sure you jump on the Facebook page. If we've missed anything you guys want to know about short films or even how to get into it, there's lots of guys here that do short films. We can give you some handy hinters on how to get yourself out there and get involved. So jump online. Until next week, we'll see you then. Bye. Bye. You got to say bye. Bye-bye. Say with a British accent.
Do your
Toodles.
Cheerio.